France. Yesterday's attacks and other things.
Some say that he does have ties to Muslim extremists. I don't know.
YouTube is at it again. It just barred One American News Network, or OAN, from posting new videos for a week. It has also barred it from its ability to make money off existing content. YouTube's action comes after the channel uploaded a video promoting a cure for COVID-19. OAN is a news network that much of the US's Christian evangelists receive their news from. It has been airing in the US far longer than Trump has been around in the White House. It went on air in 2013. The mainstream media and YouTube accuses it of being pro-Trump. This is not YouTube's first time banning networks it disagrees with. It has done the same with many Iranian news network YouTube accounts, including those of our very own Press TV. The disabling of Press TV's social media accounts first began in 2013. A series of new channels opened in its place was suspended in 2013 but not deleted.
Stay tuned to recap of the headlines.
From that period, things changed for the worse when it came to censoring Iranian media. In April 2019, citing violation of policies, Google blocked Press TV and Hispan TV's access to their official accounts, including Gmail, and said the accounts were disabled and could not be restored. Google blocked access to Press TV's official YouTube account, citing violations of export laws. Your Google account was disabled and can't be restored because it violated export laws. You should retain legal counsel if you have any questions, Google said in a message that appears after Press TV tries to log into its account. By January 2020, the news reports and documentaries posted by Press TV on YouTube were wiped out without warning. Other social media platforms, including Facebook and Twitter, have also done the same with accounts that they disagree with. Of course, the censorship against Iran was extended to all of Iran's press institutions. In a major escalation of online censorship, Facebook and Twitter have deleted accounts and removed social media posts on multiple platforms. These American companies went on to ban tens of thousands of alternative political and anti-establishment pages and users on the pretext of platform policy misuse regulations. Some commentators pointed out the nature of the bans, describing the move as a form of state censorship. In a tweet, independent journalist Caitlin Johnstone said, "In a corporatist system, corporate censorship is state censorship. We are ruled by plutocrats who have close ties to secretive government agencies, and the new Silicon Valley plutocrats who are censoring our ideas all have ties to those agencies." The US regime was fine with it all until these very same platforms started to target the content of American mainstream and other more powerful alternative institutions. BitTech has come under fire for their censorship.
So my first question is for both of you. Do you have concern for your ability to monitor disinformation on both sides of the political aisle equally, given that the majority of your employees typically do lean towards the more progressive side?
A lot of what we have found around the best ways to identify bad actors on our system is not actually by looking at the specific content itself, but by looking at patterns of activity and where is it that a group or a person is not behaving in the way that a normal person would, so you can flag and review that. And we've grown increasingly sophisticated at that. That goes across the foreign interference prevention work that we do.
Other high-ranking U.S. officials have been targeted too, including U.S. Senator Ted Cruz.
Chairman Lindsey Graham and I have discussed this at length, and the committee today will be noticing a markup on Tuesday to issue a subpoena to Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, to testify before the Senate Judiciary Committee next Friday to come before this committee and the American people and explain why Twitter is abusing their corporate power to silence the press and to cover up allegations of corruption.
In October 2020, the CEOs of Google, Twitter and Facebook were subpoenaed by the US Senate about their policies on different types of content and their dominance of the lives of billions of people across the planet.
Who the hell elected you and put you in charge of what the media are allowed to report and what the American people are allowed to hear? And why do you persist in behaving as a Democratic super PAC, silencing views to the contrary of your political beliefs?
In fact, one of your researchers warned senior executives that our algorithms exploit the human brain's attraction to divisiveness. The way I look at it, more divisiveness, more time on the platform, the company makes more money. Does that bother you, what it's done to our politics?
This is why I opened this hearing with calls. We realize we need to earn trust more. We realize that more accountability is needed to show our intentions and to show the outcomes.
Thank you, Senator.
So I hear the concerns and acknowledge them, but we want to fix it with more transparency.
In fact, these companies consolidated even more power since the COVID-19 outbreak. Big tech companies are collecting enormous amounts of data on the movement of private citizens while censoring free speech and removing But these big tech companies are mostly based in the US. This was even pointed out by the US House of Representatives.
To the COVID-19 pandemic, these corporations already stood out as titans in our economy. In the wake of COVID-19, however, stronger and more powerful than ever before.
Massive data collection on the mobility of private citizens, censoring anti-quarantine protests, firing workers who criticize them, and removing any COVID-19 related content that doesn't fall in line with the World Health Organization's official recommendations are all policies that are in full effect on the part of big tech. Does this sound familiar? Big tech companies, health organizations, governments and private citizens alike all make decisions based on the information available at the time. After all, massive data surveillance, warrantless wiretapping and the weaponization of intelligence agencies against private citizens conducted in the name of national security following the 9/11 attacks. Big technology companies such as Google, Facebook and Twitter are known to have cracked down on many politically active accounts on numerous occasions before. The targeted users have belonged to figures and pages that presented various conservative, anti-establishment, anti-war, pro-Russian, Chinese or pro-Iranian perspectives. Now, of course, they are not the only ones collecting and abusing personal information from billions of people. It was revealed in November the US military is purchasing private information gathered from apps around the world. They include several used by Muslims that have been downloaded nearly 100 times, a news report says. An investigation by the online magazine Motherboard found the US Special Operations Command was procuring location data from several companies. The most popular app among those targeted was a Muslim prayer and Quran app called Muslim Pro, with more than 98 million downloads worldwide. Others included a Muslim dating app. The increasing censorship of alternative social media accounts come as big tech companies are openly complying with actors such as the neo-conservative Atlantic Council think tank, the CIA-backed FireEye firm, the Israel lobby group Anti-Defamation League, and numerous US government departments in a bid to call foreign influence and hate speech. But it's far more bigger than that. It seems that today, everyone is a target of one form of segmentation or another. Sadly, even you.